All right, the otter, the sanguine. This is the person who is at the party and is touching and hugging everybody and loves it. Their batteries are charged by people, by socializing, by eating together, by listening to music. They love activity. They're fast paced. They wear bright colors, and they have a sign around their neck that says, "Hey, look at me." They're funny. I just don't want them doing my taxes. This is a person that is a great friend. They tend to always kind of have the next social thing going on, but they have this optimism that can drive some of the practical temperaments crazy. So if you're in financial trouble and you're thinking, I've really got to sit down and do a budget, they're like, oh, it'll work out. Come on, let's just go have fun. If you're married to someone like that, it can really drive you crazy because sometimes they'll lack practicality and they'll trump practicality with relational optimism, and they're constantly vying for the best solution. They like to jump off the cliff and figure out how to fly on the way down. They don't like plans. Plans cramp the spontaneity. They don't like anybody to question things because they just like to always be moving forward. One of the fascinating parts of this temperament, though, is their ability to get knocked down but bounce back up quickly. They don't stay down long. They have an emotional resilience to be able to withstand getting knocked down, get back up. So they don't get knocked down and they don't stay down long. And that's actually a very helpful, healthy part of who they are. But they don't really understand the other temperaments that may be down for a long time. They just think you should just try harder and you'll get better. They don't understand depression. However, in extreme cases of loneliness, of relational betrayal, they can get depressed. And when they get depressed, they almost look more like the melancholy or the beaver, but that's not who they're designed to be. This person also has loud emotions, which means that you never have to guess how they're feeling. They will laugh out loud. They'll tell you out loud what they're thinking, very unfiltered, but they also are prone to volcanic anger, where they blow quickly, they're over it, and they can't understand why everyone's looking around as if something just happened. This is a highly expressive person with anger. They get it out of their system. They don't bottle things. Trust me, they don't. They will talk it out. They get bored rather quickly. So when they come in as a client, if I don't make it highly interesting, they tend to work out their stuff and they'll just go figure things out and they'll be optimistically moving forward. So we need these kinds of people in the kingdom. They make life fun, they make life optimistic. They're full of energy, they're full of vibrancy, and they love, 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 love. They are constantly watering people, pouring out love, and it energizes them. If you put them in a cubicle and force them to be away from people, they'll constantly pop up and be like, how are you doing? How was your weekend? So that's not always going to be an ideal fit for these kinds of folks. They love people. They love all kinds of people. They're highly accepting of all, and we love to have them. Very expressive in worship, not long for study because they'll tend to have a low attention span. They'll squirrel, 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 but you love to have them as friends.